It is race day and only race day for the first time ever in Formula 1 esports, the brand new Ultimate Racing 2D2 mobile league with the fastest cars in the game. We are here for the Chinese Grand Prix and we already had qualifying 2 days ago. Let's take a look at the starting grid for this premiere race. We have Laguno setting the fastest time in any league. He is at the front when it comes to lap times. Then Piggy, the man who is at the front when it comes to bringing home the results as well, lines up alongside him. Pigeon then quite a long way back for VCarb in P3. Then Guillermo fourth for McLaren and Suchuch as well in there. They will be starting at the front too. And Matt in between them for Haas Ridge Energy. Eliminated in Q1 were Frimpong and Skibidi, and we also had 2 DNFs who I think will also start at the back, just like all the other drivers that will join for today, unless they take over the starting grid position from a teammate. So let's see how the grid will actually look in a few moments time. There we go, Nikhil takes over the pole position from Laguno. They pick the tires and the 5 lights will go on for the first time in F1 ES. And we are on the way. Piggy gets a good start, but Nikhil hugs that inside line, which will turn to the outside line in turn 2, and there is quite a bit of lag. So Nikhil managed to take the lead and Piggy falls down to 3rd position with Guillermo on the hards in 2nd place and trying to do a very bold move on the inside. Nikhil stayed ahead. Piggy for a short moment took 2nd place and almost the lead as well. And Matt now trying to get into the lead as we head towards the hairpin after the long straight. And Nikhil gets forced onto the grass but still manages to keep it in there. But now Matt's got the inside line and Oski's trying to barge his way through there. And Nikhil goes out of the way. Piggy takes the lead. It's a huge mess in turn 1. The 2 McLarens are both there. And I think Guillermo got shoved out wide there. Piggy goes off the track and through goes his teammate Nikhil, trying to pass him too, and he does so on the soft tire. Piggy in 2nd, crossed the net in P3 for McLaren. Then Oski once again trying to do an insane move in the hairpin. 2 Williams now still looking solid after all that chaos. Going onto the grass, and that turn 1 is a mess every single time, and through goes Nikhil once again on the soft tires. Surely they are helping out in that case, and through the S's we go. Oski very aggressive at the start. He is on soft tires as well, so he's entitled to do so, at least in terms of strategy. And now we watch the 2 Williams battle for the lead, maybe into the hairpin. Nikhil goes into the grass and slows down enough there. Piggy goes wide, but now a mistake in the last corner lets all of this get undone. And now Nikhil forces Oski onto the grass on the inside at turn 1, so he doesn't make a bold move in the following corner. Krasner takes P3 for the moment. Oski 4th, then Matt, Guillermo of course. Then Pigeon, who started I believe in P3, also now fell back down the order here. Not sure if something crazy happened to him. It happened often in the URL this season. And there's lag for Krasner, who just took 2nd place away from Nikhil, but he now goes back, and I think this is hurting many battles there. And there's a Red Bull absolutely going crazy. Is that Ergo Samuelino, who's already lapped? What is he doing? It doesn't look like collisions are off for the lapped cars. Skibidi left the race, and so that is another DNF. We basically have 2 already. Piggy leads the way in all that chaos. Nikhil once again doing the same move. Piggy trying to do a switchback, but no chance. They are helping each other here. He can be happy also with P2 at the moment on the medium tires, just taking the slipstream away, and there's still a huge battle for 3rd position. Oski does a very interesting strategy which might be penalized by Matt, but he can't, and Matt goes into the grass in the first of the 2 S's, and now around the outside with a great move on hard tires, crossing it up to P3. Oski still holds 4th, Pigeon is in there, and Guillermo once again a McLaren getting shoved off the track. And now look at Matt going up the inside and pushing at least 2 cars off. I'm not sure if that's too okay. Pigeon trying to go around the outside in the first corner. He sticks behind for turn 2, maybe trying to do the racing line game here, but he ends up on the outside before the hairpin. At the front, Piggy now is trying to challenge his teammate once again. The soft lasts 8 laps around here, at least 8 to 12 it is. Or 10 to 16 actually, as I see in the top right. Of course, because I looked at the 0.5 tire wear. Nickel once again takes the lead in the hairpin. But of course we do have 0.25 because the races are so long, 100% if we look at the Formula 1 lap distance. So we do have the smallest possible, or the lowest possible tire wear. And I need to take a breath because it's an incredible battle for P1P. Now goes around the outside in the chicane. But Nico once again going through in the inside, just like in the first lap, I believe. And he is in the lead now. Still, Piggy not being too aggressive, but he now did get a bit less patient as the soft tires broke down and Nico goes into the pit lane. Piggy takes the lead. Let's see how they will end up after the first pit stop from both of them. Matt now is in P2, the 2 McLarens are right there, and Oski now only 5th with the soft tires also breaking down. No one on the soft tires now inside the top 4. And there are both Ferraris. I didn't talk about Tsumis so far, but he is in AMRL at the moment, and I believe that he had a very dominant Monaco Grand Prix. I don't know. That one is still not up on YouTube, and Matt is slowed down somehow. And Tsumis also almost passed him. No idea what happened there, but now the 2 McLarens are running in P3 and P2 because Nico is farther in the order at the moment. So yeah, we will see quite a lot of pit stops right here. And the 2 Ferraris now actually quite far up. Frimpong started in P7. I don't know about the order from the rest of them who didn't qualify. Matt once again tries an insane move, and the Aston Martin there also getting shoved off the track. Nico does have to fight his way through. And I don't know what the Red Bull is doing there, but I don't believe that he will be invited for the next round. And let's see what Piggy now will do as he goes into the hairpin on lap 11. Will he take the last corner as well? No, he goes into the pit lane. And actually through into the lead goes Krasnov right now, and Guillermo too. Both McLarens have opted for a long first stint, and the 2 Williams actually end up right next to each other. Both on medium tires now. Piggy did extend the stint by quite a bit. He's now got the fresher tires and steams through on the inside after the hairpin, but now overdoes it a little bit after the 2 S's in this double left-hander there. And so the battle will continue. I believe that Nikhil is able to fight. Oh my god, what is the Red Bull doing there? Will be able to fight Piggy for a bit longer still. Pigeon right now holds the fastest lap. Into the chicane we go once again. Piggy onto the grass, gets slowed down a bit too much, and he gets the outside line for the next move, for the next corner. So yeah, Nikhil is quite intelligent in that long turn 13, but he goes onto the grass in the straight. And now he loses P3. Oh, and onto the grass as well. In the first corner goes Piggy. So after the 2 McLarens is the 2 Williams. Then after them it's the 2 Ferraris of Tsumis and Frimpong, who are battling each other still but on different tires. And Matt gunned down the order. After his first stint, Pigeon also at the lower end in P8. Then Oski, I believe also I saw him get pushed off, and he suddenly wasn't in the battle anymore. 2 McLarens at the front go into the pit lane together, take hards again, and Matt is immediately there. The 2 Ferraris are now slightly ahead of them, so It really switches around there, but at the front we are now back to normal with Nikhil and Piggy still going at it for P1 with a lot of lag right here. I wonder what it's like for them. Nikhil once again gets the inside line, but somehow sticks back this time. They are 4.5 seconds ahead of the competition, and Piggy once again on the grass in turn 1, I believe, and up the inside goes Nikhil, forces him onto the gravel, and in the lead he stays. Now the two Ferraris are ahead of the McLarens. It's going to be exciting to see the two Papaya cars charge past them, which will probably happen, but right now Matt is making their life a bit harder up the inside there. Matt and Oski really with some crazy moves already today. And the two Ferraris are also still going at it for the final podium spot right now, but they are really holding each other up. It's not as easy as at Williams, because they do have McLaren right behind them now, and out of the 13th corner we go, and Frimpong with a very aggressive defensive move. Bit of lag of course in there. Guillermo still struggling to get past Matt. And Krasnov now maybe into turn 9. No, impossible to get past there. It's very hard. And there's the Red Bull once again, and into the hairpin we go. Can he get a double overtake? Maybe the Ferraris are defending from each other as well. Out of the hairpin we go, and he gets past at least one of them. Let's see how it will unfold in turn 1. He can't go all the way around the outside there, and Krasnov holds Frimpong, holds P3 for a bit longer. Oh, and off the track he goes on the grass there in the chicane. That was one mistake that Krasnov needed to get past into P3, and now the two Ferraris are continuing to battle for P4. Frimpong gets forced off by his teammate. Tumas shoots ahead because of the lag, and Matt and Guillermo are right behind him, and Guillermo passes Matt in the last corner. Can the Frenchman maybe dive up the inside in turn 1 again? He's surely going to go for it, but he's got the outside line for turn 2, keeps it still alongside, and therefore gets the inside line for the hairpin with a switchback again. It's Guillermo who now in the S's takes fourth for the moment. Frimpong is still in there. Frimpong is still in third. Krasnov now is in second because Nikhil has had to pit. So he is a bit off sync with Piggy. It's not like at McLaren where they pitted at the same time, and I believe at Ferrari it was the case as well. Well, Krasnov now, with the different strategy, with the hard, really trying to take the lead right now. He's gonna have the inside line. He, I believe, is not going to fight it as much. Oh, very laggy there. Down the straight they go. Piggy round the outside, can't do anything, but onto the grass goes Krasnov, and then he can do something. But yeah, it is easier to defend if you have the inside line for the hairpin somehow. After that very interesting first snail turn. And Guillermo now finally trying to also pass the second Ferrari, where Frimpong is making that red car really wide. And Piggy now also goes into the pit lane. We are only on lap 23 now. So after this one we will have half of the race done. Not Frimpong, but I think Tumas has just been off the track there with some lag. And now they're all really there, and the Red Bull is absolutely in the way. What? So Krasnod's really clear in the lead, but Guillermo now trying to fight the Williams on the old hard still. And they actually don't look as old as I thought they would. But Nicola, of course, with the fresher and faster tires, and it's a real mess there. Piggy also trying to get past. Guillermo knows that it's important for his race to fight the Williams, even though they are in a different dimension in their strategical minds. Matt is now also ahead again of the two Ferraris. I suppose that they have pitted two. Oski so far has only pitted once, and the two Williams are now battling for second position. Piggy once again off in turn one. Guillermo staying behind there, but trying to make it hard for them. Carson's tires now slowly reaching the halfway point, and the Red Bull once again in the way for Nikhil. And this has really hurt his race right here, as Piggy and Guillermo are now alone, battling for second, and Nikhil will have to do some catch up here. Alliot Samuelino is not a main driver, by the way, of Red Bull. Romanian Kimi and LRC Petru are. Now in turn 2, my god. Anyways, let's focus on some actual racing. But right now, the gaps are getting bigger as the race progresses and slowly reaches a length which only is reached also in UEL. So yeah, these new leagues really are the endurance ones. Also this one kind of. And both of them started this week. So it's still 4 seconds between Krasnod and Piggy. And Krasnod is really able to go along on these hards here. And Guillermo also still just behind the Williams. And now Krasnod pits, and this phase of the race comes to an end. Piggy takes the lead. Krasnod is still in second though, Nikhil in P3. With a lot older tires than Piggy, so it's really flipped around. While Krasnod was leading here. Matt also improving his positions once again in this phase right here. Frimpong in P5, Nantum is down in P8, Guillermo has also pitted right now and is now trying to get past. They go down the straight into the hairpin. Guillermo probably will have it pretty easy there with the inside line, with the better tires, and he's up into P6, and into the pit lane goes Matt as well, and the Red Bull, and out of the pit lane as well comes Nikhil. He's now right behind Tsumis and Guillermo, Frimpong and Guillermo, sorry. Tsumis is in P6. But this is the battle for the podium, and Frimpong being forced off here by the Williams. Krasnod alone in second place, Piggy alone in the lead. But the people with fresher tires are coming towards them. Oh, and actually it's 10 seconds between the two McLarens. So actually, wow. But yeah, Piggy will have to pit still. It's going to be very interesting how Krasnod will move on in the rest of the race, but it's still long, and he's got a huge advantage, which hopefully isn't ruined by this Red Bull. Oh, and Tsumis is really laggy right here. I noticed this on multiple occasions now, also with the turn 1 thing earlier on. And what the hell, actually. So Tsumis still defending from his teammate Frimpong. And now Nikhil is the one chasing down the Williams, but they are actually on very similar tires. Krasnov has now got the oldest. That was so close. And Piggy has pitted for soft tires in the middle of the race. So very interesting. He knows that he does have to catch up right here. We don't have a chance of rain, so that's not gonna happen in any shape or form. He will have to get there on merit, and we know that he can. In the Ultimate Mobile Racing League, he has taken 4 of the 5 wins right now. He now is the man with the most wins in the top series. But maybe this one will also establish itself as another top series, which is non-spec. Up the inside goes Guillermo for P3. These are on the same tires. Maybe into turn 1, and both of them get held up by the Red Bull. No! And the lag is in there, and Matt takes P4. Nikhil down in 5th, and a huge advantage now for Guillermo. Also Vinny's racing, or no, Oski's racing, yeah, of course, and I believe he's the owner of Aston Martin. He is most of the time. Yes, he is. Didn't talk about him yet. Vinny also in the second V-Carb. I didn't go completely down the order. No, actually it's GX Nico right here, and Oski. So there's, oh no, of course I talked about Oski. He was the dive bomber earlier. I'm sorry, but GX Nico, of course, he also now got into UML, I believe, one time really randomly. And then here there's this guy as well. So yeah, Krasnov still leads the race. And I still wanted to talk about the spec series. We currently are a spec series because simply because it's the first race and all the stats are on 0. With the upgrade points, this would change, and this now does have a big effect on the race. Krasnov is victim of Air Goat Samuelino, and the gap goes down to 1 second. He is really making this race a bit more tense, but not in the correct way. We saw in the Endurance League that the safety car was used the first time ever, which I'm very proud of to be the inventor of that. And maybe we will see this in this league as well, but not for now. And I believe that the league is fine right now. So anyways, we didn't manage so far to get the cars to be spec, because there was always some invisible disadvantage, and there's Ergot Samuelino once again. Maybe I should take a look at the map to maybe hide things up there, but now we go wheel to wheel for the lead of the race. Piggy gets the straight line speed advantage of the soft tires, and this time he goes around the outside to take the lead again, and he has got faster and fresher soft tires. Krasnov on the hards. He's now in P2. Can he still fight for a little bit of time? I believe that he should take the slipstream at this stage, because they still are on different strategies. Now up the inside again at turn 13. Piggy is vulnerable there. Maybe taking a bit too much speed through the chicane. But now Piggy once again around the outside. Krasnov still trying to fight it. So yeah, no, because of settings problems which is down to the game, we cannot make a non-spec series in mobile leagues right now. So yeah, let's hope that this league will be able to work in the intended spirit. Krasnov's still trying to fight it out of the last corner. Piggy slows down because he has to go into the pit lane. It's costing him a bit of time, and Krasnov once again retakes the lead. He now surely is a contender, and we head into this last third of the race. He comes out in second place still. The gaps are pretty big, but he takes soft tires once again. Is this out of desperation or is it strategy? Guillermo is now also solidly in P3. McLaren improving their positions compared to qualifying. Nico goes down from first to fourth with the pole that Laguna has set. I still think that he's doing a very solid job. He hasn't taken a place this high in UMRL ever. And Frimpong and Matt are now battling for P5, so they are closely together in the hairpin we are, and now wheel to wheel. But Frimpong still stays ahead. Matt really defending that inside line there, and gets a good exit out of the long 13th corner. And even with the slipstream, Matt is unable to pass. I think I mixed up the names just a few seconds ago, but anyways, Frimpong is the one still ahead. And Pig is taking the lead because Krusner is pitted once again for the third time. Piggy already on 4 stops. And yeah, that is certainly new tires for Crossnet, and the gap is only at 1 second. Are things going well for Piggy? Nico is now also pitted once more. It's hard tires, and he will probably go to the end on these, and Krasnets I believe too, so he does have a solid plan right here. I believe he's never taken anything else in this race. Nico now is closing up to the two people, to the 2 guys there who are battling for P4. And also already has been forced off once and makes a mistake right here. Matt and Frimpong are separated a bit more from each other. Pigeon now already once again 1 spot further up. Team is now only in 8th. He is affected by lag in this race. And sad to see Oski now pretty uncompetitive since the start of the race, and now the gap between Piggy and Krasnet is less than a second. Now it's more than a second once again. Let's see how it's gonna look as we go across the line for the next time. Piggy will pit once more, and I think it's going to be really nice with the soft tires for him. He will have to catch up to Crossnuts, but Crossnuts tires will fade out in the end. That's my prediction, and I would say that it's pretty likely. And Pigeon now has taken P6 as well because Frimpong pitted. But now Pigeon also has to change to new tires. Matt ahead of him doing so too. So Frimpong and Tsum is now once again being flushed further up in this race, but they are only on medium tires. Frimpong is on good medium tires, I have to say that. Nicola and Guillermo really solid in their positions and doing a nice job there, and there was a bit of trouble with the Aston Martin there. I don't know which one it was. It was GX Nico. I'm pretty sure that we do have blue flags right here in this league. I suggest that it's just to make it more realistic. And they don't work out too well in all cases. Maybe a black flag would be nice in some cases too, but yeah. And it's just happened that he made his final pit stop, his 5th stop. And the gap is 4.6 seconds as we head now into lap 51. So 6 laps to go for these two right here. Matt now trying to go up the inside, already gets past in the straight. They are having a bit of fun there, I believe, Pigeon and Matt really gigging stuff there. And Pigeon once again passes him. Into turn 1 we go. Matt's trying to be a bit more cautious right here. And he takes P6. Many of the drivers at the end now took soft tires, at least towards the back, and Piggy of course as well. He also holds the fastest lap right now. 32.53 is 200ths better than his qualifying time and very close to the one of Laguna. Laguna not racing of course today, but providing Nico with a very nice grid spot, and 4th place is still a good result. But right now it looks as though McLaren will outscore them. But this can of course still change in these last few laps. The soft tires are not going to look too good, but I believe that Piggy actually pitted a bit late, so he will have pretty solid soft tires in the end. Kressner's strategy was very calculated with the 4 hards, but it's a bit tighter, and the pace of Piggy is of course none to be underestimated. And now they're really closely together. This is the fight for the win. Kressner trying to take his first win, I believe, in any league. I think he hasn't won in AMRL as well. He now has graduated to UMRL with Aston Martin. Here he's racing for McLaren, and Piggy now trying to take the lead round the outside at the hairpin. Kressner now has to defend this really aggressively, and down the straight they go. It's going to be the inside line in turn 1, but Piggy has got his nose ahead quite a lot, and up the inside of turn 2. Brilliant move. Still, even though he's got the tire advantage, that one was hard to pull off, and Piggy has done it. He takes the lead on lap 55 out of 56, and does he have to look back now, or is Kressner on these old hard not capable of defending? Right now he has retaken the lead once again in turn 13. This, I must say, is a weakness of Piggy in this race. But down the straight we go once again, and then there's the Red Bull, and Ferrari goes past, but it's been lapped, and ergo Samuelino did kind of decide the result of this race. I mean, I'm here to hype things up. I believe that Piggy would have taken the win, of course, because of the fresher tires, but his softs don't look too good. It was close until the end. Now the Red Bull has taken a bit of action out of this final lap, but on this final lap Piggy can slow down to take the win. Does he take the win? Does he give it to Kressner? No, he doesn't. What? Yes, he does. Kressner. No, Piggy. In the oh no. To the left of your screen you can see Piggy has won the race. Controversy at the end. Did Piggy want to give the way to Kressner? And did he not manage to do so because of internet connection things? This is a wild first race for a league. But by 1.45 seconds, Piggy has taken it and sets the fastest lap. He didn't make any effort to accelerate as Kressner was coming around the last corner, and I believe that it was deserved because he did have the upper hand in the strategy with the softs. by just a little bit. So it really came down to pace right here. The hards and softs looked really equal. And no, Piggy didn't do the full soft strategy, but of course Krasnit. Did Krasnit ever pick another tire? Because that's also a rule in this league. Wow, that's also a very good question. I'm very excited for what will happen after this race though. Guillermo in P3, very solid, and also quite a long way ahead of Nikhil, who fought with Piggy but now is 21 seconds behind him. Frimpong 5th then for Ferrari, and Pigeon with some crazy strategy, and by just 100th is in 6th position. Even though he wasn't 7th and 8th for most of the race. Insuma stood with a solid debut as well here. Matt in P8, I'm not sure if he's going to be too happy. Oski had to settle into this position at the end, P9. Vinny 10th for Recap 2 points positions because we exactly used the Formula 1 system. 11th is GX Nico for Aston Martin, then Ergo, Samuelino and Skibidi. Basically DNFing or probably DSQing, not only from this race but maybe from league racing in general for some time. And the order in the Drivers' Championship, of course, is the same, with P having 26 points, 25 plus 1 for the fastest lap. And I will see you for the Miami Grand Prix next time. Thanks for watching.